What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report. It is Saturday, February the 8th, 2014. Another week of madness I'm going to give you here. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you can find all these links. Let's start off with this. U.S. bans all carry-on liquids on flights to and from Russia. Sochi Olympics underway. Put a link to this. I don't know what that's going to help, but I don't know. There are reports of a hijacked aircraft out of the Ukraine, landed in Istanbul, something, I don't know. I couldn't verify that, so I'm not going to link it, but you can Google it. I don't know. May or may not be true. No incident that I'm aware of come out of that. Anyway, Sochi officials order stray dogs killed ahead of Olympics. I will boycott the Olympics. What a brilliant disregard for life. Let's kill all the stray dogs so they don't interfere with the Olympics. All these dogs don't have a right to live, I guess. Screw you, Russia. Put a link to this from Fox News. Unbelievable. Excuse me while I get rid of all this noise over here. Military training exercises will take over Savannah skies. Savannah, Georgia. This come out on February 1. Be advised, more military training going on. Minimal damage from New Mexico nuclear repository fire. Okay, put a link to this from ABC News. This come out February 5. Meanwhile, UK nuclear employees ordered to stay home amid increased radiation levels. What? Put a link to this from NBC News. This come out on January 31st. Don't know what's up with that. 82,000 tons of coal ash spill from plant into North Carolina River. Way to go, human beings. Yeah, let's pollute a little more. Put a link to that. From NBC Washington, FAA examines part that fell through home. What would George Carlin call that? Broken plane. Put a link to this. I don't know. From CNN Tech, we got beer delivery drone grounded by FAA. That sucks. Put a link to it. No beer by drone. A couple more here. Navy opens inquiry into cheating in recruiter training. Wow. Now we got recruiter training scandals going on. Let's see. What are the numbers here? Scroll down. 12 to 20 sailors. Navy officials said 30 had been suspended. More shakeups in the military. What does it mean? I don't know. From Hawaii News Now, we got one more in the general bin. Your week in pop culture. Americans have spoken. Deport Justin Bieber. Apparently there was a petition on the White House website to deport Justin Bieber that met the 100,000 signatures, so now the White House must respond. I can give a crap about Justin Bieber. Over to financial news. Stocks plunge on poor U.S. factor data. Dow drops 300-plus points. Did you see that at the beginning of the week? Wow. I think the Dow ended up just a little bit over 100 yesterday. Still well below 16,000. Anyway, put a link to this. JP Morgan loses 44% of gold investors in 4 days. What? That's from Silver Doctors. I don't know. Come out on February 1st. I don't know about precious metals. CNS News has this. Bernanke leaves Fed with record balance sheet of... Wait a minute. I can't count that high. 4,102,138,000. Is that what that says? Or is that 4 trillion? I don't know. I'll put a link to it. Some ridiculous number. From Fox Business, we got U.S. default could happen quickly, says Jack Lew. This came out February 3rd. Yeah, no crap. It could happen at any moment. Got one here. Largest Danish and Swedish banks to boycott Israeli banks. This from Al Arabia News. Not sure what that means. Put a link to it. Let's see. Financial World shaken by 4 bankers' apparent suicides in a week. 4 bankers now dead, right? Or did they go underground? I don't know. I'm having a hard time believing this. This is updated from RT. From ZDNet, Dell lays off 15,000 people to be laid off by Dell. That sucks. Meanwhile, Radio Shack to close 500 stores, admitting to being stuck in the 80s. Radio Shack always did suck. I'll put a link to it. Got one more in the financial bin. Be advised. Bank of Oklahoma. There's going to be an online and mobile banking service disruption February 15th and 16th. They're doing a drill. I'll put a link to it. Drill, huh? Know what happened when drills are going on. Over to New World Order and police state news now. Obama quietly uses executive orders for 2 new gun control laws. Is this true? This from Mr. Conservative on January 29. Wouldn't doubt it. Put a link to it. Be advised, if you're in Texas, this piece of news from the Show Me Baby. DHS and Kraft International training with Texas cops. Kraft International. Weren't they involved in Boston? And whatever happened to APF, American Police Force? Anybody remember them? I wonder where they are these days. Anyway, put a link to this. From Police State USA, Dallas police shoot unarmed man holding hands in the air, witness says. Put a link to it. I believe they got a video on that. Come out January 25th. Another one from Police State USA. Government punishes 11-year-old girl for selling cupcakes without permission. Do you have a permit to sell these cupcakes? God bless America. Put a link to this. Fox News has this. You can't celebrate America, school says. Students and parents at Colorado High School are outraged after administrators turned down their request for Spirit Week, day honoring America because it might offend non-Americans. If American values offend non-Americans, then you can get the hell out of the country! Put a link to this. Tired of seeing this crap. From SOT.net, R2-D2 joins Big Brother. California company builds 5-foot Android Robocops to control crime-ridden areas. I don't know. Put a link to it. Let's see here. EPA's wood-burning stove ban has chilling consequences for many rural people. This come out January 29. I've spoken of this before, just a new article on it. You can't have a wooden stove. No soup for you. From Alaska Times, I don't know. UK enforces law which bans public from criticizing the government. 25 January 2014. Put a link to it. Over to World War III news. North Korea preparing for another missile test. This come out February 3rd. Put a link to it. That damn Kim Jong-un and his Xbox. Ukraine protests. McCain warns U.S. could act over Russia deal. Not quite sure what this means. Put a link to it from NBC News. Got one more. Obama's brother joins Hamas. Says Jerusalem is ours. We are coming. I don't know. Come out January 28th. I'll put a link to it. Yeah, CNN has a thing right now. Officials, hijacker tried to divert plane to Olympics. Turkish authorities neutralized suspect. Found no bomb. That's on CNN right now. Anyway, over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Groundhog Day 2014. Tony Phil sees shadows. 6 more weeks of winter. Blah, 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 blah. Are you sick of winter? I am. Come on, springtime. Put a link to this. Speaking of winter, Texas to Maine. Snow ice hits more than 100 million. We had another storm this week. Probably more on the way. Just keeps coming. Must be part of that global warming. Where's Al Gore when you need him? More than 200,000 without power following storm. This is local media out of somewhere that was hit by the storm. Put a link to this. California cuts off water to agencies serving millions amid drought. Put a link to it. Come out February 2nd. Speaking of drought, you know, this must be crazy conspiracy talk. No, this is mainstream news. KCRA.com has this. Cloud seeding underway over El Dorado County. Whatever is cloud seeding? I'll put a link to this. They say it's done by Weather Modification Incorporated out of North Dakota. I know this is a mainstream article covering conspiracy theories. What is up with that? Cloud seeding? I don't know. Wild temperature swings make this winter ripe for a rare phenomenon. More frost quakes. This come out February 5th from the Detroit Free Press. Put a link to this. More frost quakes going. Look, check out that crack in the ground. Stunning electric blue flames erupt from volcanoes. I'll put a link to this. I think I got this from Jack Leforo on Facebook. Thank you much for that one. Meanwhile, Indonesia volcano spewing deadly eruption. This is on February 1. Wow, check out the ash cloud. Crazy. That's from BBC. Another one from BBC. Family car disappears down 30-foot sinkhole in driveway. Where did this happen? I don't know. Put a link to it. More sinkholes. Be advised. Mystery of 4,000 dead dolphins found on North Peru coast. This come out February 4th. More mass beaching is going on. I don't know. One more in the 2012 and Earth changes bin. Air Force plans to pull plug on Alaska's controversial HARP facility. HARP? I thought they already sold that to a private somebody else. I don't know. Put a link to it. I'm not a HARP guy. From KTLA 5, over to strange and bizarre news. Man arrested for allegedly threatening to kill George W. Bush. Huh? Put a link to that. No comment. Woman tries to poison husband with feces and IV drip. That's a new one. Put a link to that from the New York Post. From Fox News, missing children rescued from Super Bowl sex trade and FBI sting. Craziness. One more in the strange and bizarre bin. Zombie bees discovered in Vermont. Zombie bees. Bee doom. I did see another article. I don't have a link to it somewhere about by 2025 or some year in the future, bees are going to be non-existent in the United States. That's not good. What did Einstein say about the bees? I know there's always a debate that comes up. Einstein didn't say that. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. I don't know. People can argue in the comments. Whatever. MVP. Over to, actually, check out my favorite videos for more news. I favorited videos this week. Scan over the titles and stuff. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. I'll put a link to my favorites. Shout-outs. Check this out. MVP interrupted by man calling for 9/11 probe. Did you catch the after the Super Bowl when they were interviewing the MVP? Guy jumps in front of the mic and says, 9/11 was perpetrated by our own government. Investigate 9/11. That was genius. I'll put a link to that. I'll put a link to this from the AP. I'll put a link to the clip. It's only 34 seconds. Check it out. Guy grabs the mic. And then the football player, he doesn't know what just happened. He's like, check that guy's press pass. Guess security wasn't that great. If a 9/11 truther can get a hold of the mic on mainstream air. I'll put a link to it. His name was Matt Mills, by the way. We Are Change interviewed the guy who grabbed the mic. I'll put a link to that interview. Right on. One more shout out this week. Shout out to Philip Seymour Hoffman. Brilliant actor. You know, there's not a lot of actors that I've connected to. You know, he was definitely one of them. Just brilliant actor. Apparently dead, found with a needle in his arm. Apparently an overdose. I don't know. I don't know. I'll put a link to the story from CBS New York. I'll also put a link to his IMDB page. You can go over the movies that he's done. Some great movies. Great actor. Definitely somebody I can connect to. He had a lot of roles in different movies that I connected to his character. So rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Sucks, man. Just sucks. 46 years old. Anyway, I'll put all these links below. If you like the report, please rate, give me a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down if you think it sucked. It's the worst of YouTube. You never want to see it again. Please rate, though. It helps it move around. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, for live show alerts, breaking news alerts, new upload alerts, because people tell me they don't get my videos. You follow me there, you'll always get them. And all those links are at the bottom, and that's all I got, guys. Another week of madness. The Olympics are underway. Will we see a false flag? What are your thoughts? I don't know. Definitely be watching for sure. We got this supposed attempted hijacking of this plane, so I don't know. Be watching. You guys take care. Stay safe. I will see you on the next one.